Grande staff. My name is Cassie Goldberg. I'm the Assistant Director of Learning Support for the Casa Grande Elementary Schools. And this is my counterpart.
Hi, I'm Corey Graham. I'm a teacher at Casa Grande Middle School, and I teach 7th and 8th grade Solstice.
So over the summer, several of our Casa Grande staff members came together to prepare our district for distance learning this fall. One of the groups that was formed was the Family Conference Committee, which Corey and I were both a part of. This committee was formed to support our teachers with setting up and planning for your family conferences. So today, Corey and I are going to participate in a mock family conference. It's really set up to be just a possible sample for you and a possible agenda of how you might want to run your conference. But please make sure that you work with your schools to ensure that you're covering all the topics that are really pertinent to your school. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and get started. Corey is going to play the part of the teacher today, and I'm going to be playing the part of the parent.
Hi, welcome to Family Conferences. My name is Corey Graham, and I'm going to be your child's academic lab teacher this year. They will obviously have other teachers for various subjects, but I will be their academic lab teacher. I'm really looking forward to getting to know you and your family. If you could just please take a second and introduce everyone that's with you there today, it'd be greatly appreciated.
Sure. I'm Cassie Goldberg. My daughter Violet's here, but she's off camera. She's being a little bit shy right now. And my husband Raymond wanted to join us today, but unfortunately he's at work, so I'll fill him in later.
Well, I completely understand. I'm so glad that both of you were able to join me here today, and I understand that you could be a little shy. This can be a little overwhelming the first time. Today I wanted to spend some time talking to you about our plans for the distant learning this quarter. We are going to be reviewing what a typical academic week will look like for Violet. We're also going to review what the first day of school is going to look like in order for her to set herself up for success from day one.
Good. I mean, that's perfect. She's really obviously nervous about the first day of school and distance learning this school year. And to be honest, so am I and my husband. We both work full time, so we're really trying to wrap our heads around how we're going to best support Violet while we're both working.
And to be honest with you, this is common for parents in our district. I'm here to support you in helping Violet to be successful, to be as successful as possible. Before we begin talking about schedules, I wanted to talk to you about technology. Violet will be receiving a Chromebook or an iPad to help her with her online learning this year. Our school will be distributing the devices to your child on August 5th at 5 p.m. You can find all this information on our district website or other various social media platforms that your school has or the district provides. During the device pickup time, you will also receive information on how to use the technology that is provided, and you will also be filling out the beginning of the school year type paperwork. On a side note, each school is distributing technology and completing beginning of the year paperwork at different times and different ways. Please ensure that you know your school's schedule in order to provide your parents with the most up-to-date information.
I'm really happy that Violet's going to be getting her own computer. That's going to be really helpful during this distance learning. But is it going to be safe for me to come in and get her computer from you guys?
Our staff and family safety is our top priority during the device pickup time. We have procedures in place to support social distancing and the cleaning and sanitization of the areas where there will be walking and people will be going through. We ask that you limit the number of people who come to pick up the device and require people to wear a mask through the device picking up process.
Okay, that's fine. I can pick up Violet's device at that time that you said, and I can leave her home with her dad, so that works out perfectly.
Great. Next, I want to talk to you about what a typical week of distance learning will look like. This is going to look much different from the distance learning that we did in the spring. On a side note, each school and teacher will have slightly different weekly plans to share with their parents. Please ensure that you take the time to go over this and answer any questions they have. What questions do you have about the weekly distant learning plan?
So, what happens when Violet's not able to log in during all those designated times that you have slotted? Our parents are going to have a lot of questions regarding the weekly plans that we've laid out for them. So, if you're unable to answer one of their questions, just be really honest with them and tell them that you're just not really sure at this moment. So, write down their concerns or their questions and just let them know that you'll get back to them as soon as possible.
That's a great question. We are looking into the option to record our sessions so kiddos that miss a lesson can be able to watch it later. I do not have the specifics on that yet, but I will let you know and let all of our parents know as soon as I find out that information.
Great, thank you.
Now, I'd like to share with you the schedule for the first day of school. We will begin distance learning on August 17th. On a side note, share with the parents any online platforms, usernames, passwords, and various other information that the student may need for the first day of school. Each teacher will have a slightly different schedule for the first day. Like the weekly plan, please ensure that you take the time to go over this and answer any questions that they may have.
Thank you for laying out the first day of school. I remember logging into the Google Classroom last year, but Nearpod, that's new to me. So I'm a little bit nervous about helping Violet navigate some of those new platforms that you're going to be using.
This is going to be a learning experience for all of us. I'm here to support you in any way that I can. Throughout the week, I'm also going to be holding office hours. This will be an additional time for me to support your family with any needs that you have, including ones regarding technology.
Well, we are definitely going to be taking advantage of that. Thank you.
In addition to tech support, what other supports do you think Violet and your family will need in order to be successful with distance learning?
To be honest, we're really trying to figure out how to have Violet home all day when we are both working parents. So she's not very self-motivated, and I don't really know how she's going to follow those weekly plans without us being there to support her.
There's definitely some flexibility with the weekly schedule that we can talk about. There are also options to support families who work during the week that aren't able to have their child home alone or are concerned that their child won't be able to work well independently without supervision. So definitely please understand, we do understand that situation.
On a side note, our district is working on guidance for both of those questions and more that may come up during your family conferences. So again, if you're unable to answer those questions, it's okay. Just remind the parents that their concerns are valid, that you're writing them down, and that you will get the answers to them as soon as we can. And you are going to support them through this new distance learning process.
So I want to thank you for participating in this family conference today. And I'd like to provide you with my email so that you can continue to keep open lines of communication with me throughout this first quarter. I would also like to confirm your email and phone number. Please ensure that you are checking, please ensure that you are checking your email regularly because we will be sending a lot of information home, like how-to documents and information regarding distant learning platforms and technology and various other things. I really look forward to working with you and your child throughout the upcoming academic year, and it's going to be a lot of fun.
Well, we really thank you for taking the time with me to meet with us today. I'll be happy to give you my phone number and my email address, and I'm really feeling a bit better about our distance learning for this fall, so thank you. going to go as smoothly as the one that Corey and I just had. But we hope that this mock conference just helps give you a framework of how you could structure your family conferences. Just remember that the conferences are really a time for you to start establishing relationships with your families and your students. And it's time that you have with them to ease some of the worries that they might have about distance learning. There are a lot of mixed emotions within our community about our decision to participate in distance learning for this first quarter. So please do not take any of their emotions personally. Simply just remind parents that all of the decisions that our district is making is for the best interest of our staff and our students and our families and their health and safety. And that we're here to best support them in any way that we can. So if you find yourself in a conference that does become a little bit unproductive or uncomfortable, feel free to stop that conference. And then you can even ask the parent if you can reschedule the conference for when the principal or the assistant principal or the TOA is able to attend with you. So we want to say thank you for taking the time to watch this video today, and we hope that you guys find it helpful. And we want to wish you guys the best of luck with your family conferences in the beginning of your new school year. Bye, guys.
Bye.